haters. It's the Natural here, and welcome back to another Football Impact video on the channel. And, well, can this Premier League title race get any more thrilling, enthralling, dramatic? Hell yeah, it can. And it has got this weekend. So where we're going to begin is Liverpool versus Chelsea. Man City winning their game earlier against Crystal Palace, and I actually thought they may drop points against Crystal Palace, but they didn't. They bounced back after that little hiccup defeat they got against Tottenham in the Champions League. But Liverpool, it was their time. Were they going to fuck up against Chelsea like they did 5 years ago when Steven Gerrard become an utter meme?
Oh, and Gerrard slipped!
And slipped and single-handedly just title fall from their grasp and give it to City. No, that's not what happened in this game, because Liverpool were phenomenal and they were excellent, and this is a Liverpool team that's just got this, it literally is not even the same Liverpool team that was fighting for the title 5 years ago, because I believe under Brendan Rodgers they would have never ever had the game management and the mentality in big games to grind out wins and grind out results, and that's what they've done all season so far. Liverpool in big games this season, they have been outstanding. Yes, they lost against Man City, but to be honest, every team lost against Man City. Mohamed Salah probably scored one of the goals of the season. It's not the goal of the season. That goes to Newcastle's Fabian Schär, and I don't give a damn if I'm being biased. A centre back scoring that goal, you're not going to see it again. Simple. You're not going to see another centre back score that type of goal ever again. It was just wow. Indeed, wow factor. But like I said, Mohamed Salah scored an absolute beautiful goal. Probably one of his best goals he has scored this season. And Jordan Henderson in a different type of role. He was a bit more forward in this game. And you probably see Man City have the toughest running. They still have to play Tottenham twice, Man United away at Old Trafford, and still have a tough away fixture against Burnley. Liverpool, toughest fixture remaining is against Newcastle. So right now we've got this title race is 50-50, and it's literally a flip of the coin. Any of these two could win the damn title. Chelsea, top four aspirations look very slim at the minute, but I still believe that Sarri, not much of the Chelsea fans will probably hate me for saying this, but I still think Sarri is doing an okay job. I mean, the man got used to a League Cup final. He can still win the Europa League. They still have an outside chance for top four, but I don't think he'll be there next season. But Chelsea, I think there's going to be big changes at Chelsea come the summer. Now we're heading to Ligue in France, and it is Lille against Paris Saint-Germain. And Paris Saint-Germain, all they needed was 1 point. All they needed was a good old-fashioned, maybe a 0-0, maybe a 1-1 to win another Ligue title, to be crowned Ligue champions yet again. That didn't happen. Didn't at PSG. That did not happen. They were absolutely humiliated. They were destroyed. Lille won this game 5-1. It could have been 8, 9 or 10. I couldn't believe how bad Paris Saint-Germain were. PSG, since they've single-handedly been knocked out of the Champions League, their form has been god-awful. Neymar single-handedly, I don't know where he's been. He's still injured, or he's single-handedly still crying his eyes out at the fact that why the fuck did they join Paris Saint-Germain. Lille have been phenomenal this season, and for me, being the team of the season in Ligue 1, honestly, you told me at the start of the season that Lille would be PSG 5-1 and be second in the damn league for a team last year that was playing for relegation. I wouldn't believe you. Pepe, who was phenomenal for this whole game, his pace and was just frightening at times. But PSG, they will win the league eventually, I hope, unless they do the biggest bottle job of all time. It's Serie A, and the race for the top four. It's AC Milan v Lazio, and AC Milan win what would go down is probably not a great game, but it doesn't matter. AC Milan won the game 1-0. Kessie scored the only goal in the game, and I thought he was the man of the match. Lazio just be old Lazio again, isn't it? You think when they beat Inter Milan a couple of weeks ago, you think, okay, yeah, they have belief. They can believe that they can finish in the top 4 above one of the Milan clubs. No. Why? Because they can't beat the teams around them. They single-handedly are shocking all season, Lazio, to be honest. And they have been disappointed this season, to be honest. I look at their team. They have some really good players. We all know they got a very good striker in Immobile. Savic is a very good player. You've also got Luis Alberto. Like, how the hell can this team be so bad when they have some really good players? You actually, to be honest, you compare both teams. Who's got the better team? AC Milan or Lazio? You probably say, obviously AC Milan have good players, but I think Lazio have a better team than AC Milan, which tells you how shocking they've been this year. But Gattuso, he is just keep grinding results out, and he's impressed me this season, Gattuso, and if they do finish in the top 4, which right now is so tight, it's legitimate. We're talking 4 points separating at least 6 teams. So right now, any of them teams can legitimately finish in the top 4, which I believe is going to go to the last day of the season. Who's going to get Champions League football? Because I can't call it. I cannot call who is going to finish in the Champions League places. We all know Juventus pretty much the title wrapped up. Napoli will finish 2nd. Inter Milan, if they keep Caddy fit and everything goes well for them, I believe they'll finish 3rd. But that last Champions League spot is legit a rabbit in the headlights. I have no idea who the fuck is going to get it. Great win for AC Milan. Lazio back to the drawing board. And now we're going to talk about Brighton. Brighton. What the hell has happened to you guys' form recently? They played Bournemouth this weekend, and you think going this game, Brighton on the high of it, well, no one say on the high. They played well against Man City in the FA Cup semi-final. You think, okay, Brighton, back to the league. All you probably need is another win, maybe 4 more points, and you will stay in the Premier League for another season. You're at home to Bournemouth, whose form has been absolutely not great recently. Actually, have them on a Premier League game. It seems like 6 games, so they're not in good form, Bournemouth. But good God, did they make it so easy for Bournemouth? Bournemouth won this game 5-0, but good God, Brighton defensively were atrocious. They're probably the worst I've seen Brighton in the Premier League ever in terms of defensive organisation. They didn't have it. You think always look at Chris Hughton's teams. Defensively very good, and they offer a bit pace going forward and maybe they could go on the counter attack or even on set piece. But my goodness me, were they awful. I think what Anthony Knockaert did for the red card was one of the most stupidest acts I think I've ever seen from an individual. He literally went in 2-footed to literally break Smith's leg, who's had a horrific injury this season. I remember against Newcastle, where obviously it was an accidental, what him and Richie always did, but he's had a lot of problems or injuries, and then he single-handedly do that. I hope Anthony Knockaert gets a huge game. I hope he is suspended for the whole season for what he did. For a player to do that on an individual is a disgrace. Pathetic, low-life disgrace. And Anthony Knockaert should be literally given his wages to the freaking Brighton fans who travelled to watch that game, because that was an embarrassment. 5-0, it could have been 9, it could have been any scoreline. Bournemouth with a 3-0 the power to do whatever the hell they want. That game against Cardiff has now become a relegation playoff. They lose that game against Cardiff, Brighton, they have one of the worst fixture lists remaining this season. They still, Man City playing last day of the season, they still have Tottenham and Arsenal. Lose, and also away to Wolves. Lose against Cardiff. I have to say, Brighton could get relegated. And now we're heading to La Liga, and it's a Seville derby between Sevilla and Real Betis. And just like in the Premier League for the top 4 race, the Serie A top 4 race, La Liga's top 4 race is even more thrilling than those two, to be honest, because Sevilla get a huge win against the arch rivals Real Betis, which definitely ends their chances of finishing in the Champions League places. And Sevilla get back on track, and now with that win puts them above Getafe into the top 4, because Getafe couldn't beat Rayo Vallecano, who is legit scrapping for their lives in the relegation dogfight in La Liga. Sevilla had an iffy season, you could say. They started the season really well, and the people thought this team could legit fight for the La Liga title, but as sort of form has dipped. I also think them sacking their manager, I don't think it was a good idea, but if they finished top 4, it was probably the best idea, you could say. But they were excellent in this game, and I just thought they had too much quality going forward. against Real Betis, who we all know defensively have just been atrocious this season. They're great going forward, Real Betis, but they're just not the best defensive. I think they conceded the second most goals in La Liga. Guess who's conceded the most goals in La Liga? That's right, Real Madrid. Wow! That sums up their season. And that just leaves the last game, which is in Germany, in the Bundesliga. It's Dusseldorf against Bayern Munich. And Dusseldorf have beaten Bayern Munich this season with a weird, convincing win, you could say, at the Allianz Arena. But Bayern Munich, with that massive win against Borussia Dortmund last week, which to be honest was a massive win, it was a humongous win after literally just steamrolling Dortmund 5-0. They seem to be steering in the right direction, Bayern, and look like to be favourites to win another Bundesliga title. I think it's the 7th in a row. So right now, you probably say they're the favourites to win the Bundesliga title. If they win all the remaining games, which is obviously 5 remaining, they will win the league. But the last 2 fixtures are against Leipzig and Frankfurt. Those 2 teams are still trying to finish in the top 4. So they have a tricky fixtures at the end. So that gives Dortmund a little bit of hope, you could say, who also won this weekend against Mainz. Right now, a lot like the Premier League, this title race in the Bundesliga is going down to the wire. That's the end of another Football Impact video on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. Please like, subscribe. The Natural is out.